going to show you guys today how to prep your silicone for absorbing the paint. So I've already washed my silicone really good in hotish warm water with Dawn dish soap, and you got to clean really good inside the creases. I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is bare. So she's still a little wet. She still has the puppy pad. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to dry all I can. You're going to want to dry inside the ears. Make sure there's no water underneath the neck. All the little creases. See? They're hair magnets. They just absorb all the hair. Just absorb all the water that you can. Usually, like, if you just squeeze everything, like, all the water will get absorbed. Now, before we start, like, wiping down our blank, there's a little thing that we have to do. It's a little tedious. And that's going to require you to use your tweezers. Make sure that they're sharp and they're new. I prefer, like I showed you in the introduction video, these tweezers. They're very thin. They could slice if you need them to slice in very precise locations. This is also where you're going to do most of your, like, I guess, checking to make sure that everything's okay on your blank. You should do this right when you get your blank. I don't. I trust Maria Grover. She is amazing at what she does. I've bought many blanks from her. I've never had an issue. So I just got to the point where I trust everything she produces. Very consistent. In my opinion, one of the best casters. And her talent with painting and rooting, very good. Now we're going to remove this thing. And we're going to place our baby down. The reason I remove it from here, because I know some artists that don't remove it from the puppy pad, is because they like to stick to the puppy pad. And over time, the puppy pad will end up being very fuzzy. And the fuzzies will start to get onto your silicone. I don't reuse it. The only time I'll reuse it is if they're after they're matted and I'm getting them out of the bath. Alright. So we're going to look inside of the creases of our baby. And sometimes you could see these little tiny little tags, like skin tags almost. That's what best way to describe it. They're very easy to remove. Maria Grover's really good at removing these, but sometimes you find them. So far I haven't found any. And this is before we wipe it down. Let me grab my napkins. You're going to want to use a lint-free napkins. Hair. I literally feel like they just attract anything. If it's free flying in the sky, it's coming right to this. Really don't see any in this sculpt. Sometimes they're back here. I'd like to find at least one so I could show you how to remove it. I could see where she removed one. She's really good at what she does. It's really hard to find any. Sometimes they're on the corners of the nose, behind the ears. Nope, I guess we can get to find one. Let me see. Let me go check if Johnny has any. Maybe there's some in the belly button. Nope. Huh. Nothing. It's an endless battle. Alright, so the closest thing I can find on this sculpt that you're going to be looking for is this. Let me see if I can zoom it in, and it won't let me. They look like little tiny, like little bumps, and they're usually in the little creases. There's a little one, a little tiny one. You probably can't see it, but what you're going to do is you're going to grab it and you're going to pull on it, and you're going to be afraid that you're going to rip your silicone, but you're not, and it comes right off. And that happens during the casting process. Don't ask why. I don't know. I don't cast. I don't see anything else. But this just makes it more of a cleaner painting job. So you want to kind of check your sculpt, make sure that there's no little extra lumps, bumps, or little skin tag looking things. Alright, so I don't see any more. Sometimes they're in the toes. Here's some. You're just going to rip them on out. Gently but firm. I don't see anything right there. Oh my goodness, all this stuff is going to be the death of me. This is why vinyls are easier. Here's some more. If you see right there, there's like a little pimple looking thing. You're going to go in there, you're going to grab it, you're going to pull it out. These are the best tweezers to do this. Some artists separate the toes. I don't. I find that customers make boo-boos when you have separated toes. It's already bad enough when the fingers are separated and they make boo-boos that way, because realistically it falls onto the artist to fix it. especially for me because I give a 1-year guarantee for all of my silicones. So if anything happens to them, I fix it. And I don't like having to fix them, if at all possible. So you just want to try to get as clean as possible, making sure that there's no little extra pieces of silicone hanging. Check all the little creases. And this will make it easier for when you're painting to have like a very natural looking finish. Can't tell if that one is that or if it's just a web. Very meticulous part. Alright, I don't see any more. You can see where Maria has removed most of them. Alright. Back through with your napkin and make sure that all the insides of everything underneath things are all dry. Don't be afraid to be rough. Promise you, pretty sure you won't damage it. For example, this is a marshmallow silicone. It's okay to be rough. This is not my favorite Lazy Susan, but it will do the job. I don't see any more water. So one more little one. I figured I'd do a video today because my kids are still with my mom, and before they get home, just be a little bit more quiet to do this. This is the first bear that I'm doing, so I'm very excited to do something else. As you guys probably know, I've done a lot of Johnnies lately. Actually, just washed one, and after I'm done prepping this one, I'll be prepping that one. And the baby that I was gonna do in the introduction video that was my own, I've decided not to do it and just... So after you're done doing the naphtha, I want you to do the same thing with the acetone. You're just gonna wipe it all in the same areas. For some reason my video stopped recording. I have no clue why. But I've already done it, and I didn't even notice until this part. So now, after you're done wiping it down with the acetone, exactly how we did the novocs, you're gonna do the same thing with your 91% or higher alcohol. I guess it's good that the video kind of cut out because my dog was back there sliding a metal bowl around, so it got pretty loud anyway. So the same thing with the alcohol after naphtha. Why do I keep calling it naphtha? Novocs. I end up confusing you guys. Alright, we're just wiping it the same way. And after we're done wiping it, we're just going to let all of this sit and really dry up. Make sure you get those fingertips, because they like to move around like little wormies, and it's easy to not clean them good enough. Now, I've never had a silicone peel paint, ever. I think it's because of how the steps I do take. I go a little bit above and beyond to prep my silicones. Now, I have had silicones peel their matting layer, and it's just gonna happen, man. I have no way of telling you how it's not gonna happen or what you could do to prevent that. It's just gonna happen. And any artist that tells you otherwise, I find that's unrealistic. I've made loads of silicones, and I still probably every year have about one or two that'll get like a little tiny area where the matting will lift. But after you're done painting, you seal it with a very thick layer, not thick, but a thicker layer of silicone, and it kind of preserves all of your painting. So, never had paint peel. Alright, I think we're all good. Alright, so now we're just going to let this sit for a little while, and when we come back, we'll be doing our blue undertones and our veining. It's the first layer. And after that, after this cures, we'll be doing that in the next video. I might do it later today, or I might do it tomorrow. It depends. Alright guys, it's been great. You have a good day. Bye.